Hola guys and girls, welcome to PBA TV. We are here with the leaked document of the Borussia Donphan. We got the hands on the actual draft which already happened. We can look at the picks of which coach Lars picked here for his team. And yeah, of course I had to invite someone else to analyze these picks for me and not who's better at analyzing picks than another Pokemon genius. Genius at law as well. Ex-coach of the FC Corona, now retired and back at analyzing and doing other stuff. It's FranCTrode.
Thank you for having me here, my friend Lars. I am very excited to see how this draft turned out.
Yeah, I'm too. Like this is the first Gen 9. I always forget on which Gen we are already. We are Gen 9. And yeah, it's one of the first Gen 9 leagues happening. The first one for this coach as well, and for many coaches there. All the Pokemon are allowed, barring the two box legendaries, Maridon and Koraidon. So there's some insanely strong shit in the pool. And gonna be some fun teams, fun matches, and excited to see
where
it goes.
Before anything else, and before people, maybe they might be wondering, do you have Terra activated like in the regular beta game? Any Pokemon can be Terra. Do you have a specific captain for Terra? How does this league work?
Okay, so in total we have a budget of 120 points to draft Pokemon, so it's a point system draft where you don't see the price of the monsters. They will show here from the ones the coach of Borussia Donphan picked. And then you have an additional budget of 25 Terra points basically. So for example, with 25 Terra points you can Terra one of your 25 point mons, or one of your 10 point mons and one of your 15 point mons, or 5 of your 5 point mons. These can then Terra, and they get 2 types to choose from. One has to be one of their stabs, and the second can be anything. And if you want, you can Terra the same mon multiple times. For example, like let's say you drafted a mon which costs 5 points. You can Terra it once to get the stab another one. Then you can Terra it another time for additional 5 points to choose 2 more Terra types. So
that's very nice.
A mon can have a maximum of 4 Terra types that way. One of them has to be stab. At least you can choose both stabs, of course, as well. But yeah, that's how the Terraing works. So that you do that at the end. But basically, you draft first, and then at the end of the draft, the coach can decide which of the mons, get the Terra option with which Terra types.
That's perfect. I love it. It's a way to kind of try to balance it, and I guess that is the time to experiment as well, to kind of know how the metagame will go.
I think just allowing free Terraing in like a counter team format can like lead to very, very insane shenanigans where just like one set suddenly just wins. And all the prep didn't matter because something has a type you didn't think of.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, okay, so we start with the first pick. I got in the document that actually Lars had the 3rd pick overall in the draft, so
pretty close to the beginning.
Pretty close to the beginning, so a lot to choose from. So, of course, I ask you, we already talked about this before the recording, so what is your prediction? What Coach Lars is picking here as his first month, with everything allowed barring the box legendary.
Knowing Lars as sexy as he is, he probably would have chose something like Chiyu. I feel like he would choose it if he could.
Chiyu, of course, a very strong pick, basically a nuke to kill everything, and and it seems actually that you are right. Chiyu was his first pick for 22 points. And Coach Lars just lost his kill buttons in turn 1. Be it in like old GBA drafts, be it Kyurem Black or Magina. The first pick just has to be something which presses a button and something dies. And what else fits that better in the current metagame than Chiyu?
It is. Give this a specs, give this some support, right? Maybe something like that could be good. I think it can wear boots, right? I don't think it needs a specific item this generation, so you can give any item to this thing. So, and it has pretty decent special bulk as well, so you can actually kind of do some pretty cool stuff with this. But I'm pretty sure the best and probably only used is like Scarf or Specs, right?
Yeah, like it doesn't have that many courage options. It has like, of course, it stabs and then I think Psychic and Terra Blast if you want to Terra it. So. Usually you don't have problems with move pool, and most of the times you are clicking the stabs because they're just so strong, barring like the opponent has maybe immunities to fire with flash fire or something like that. And that's why choice items usually very, very easy to put on that due to the decent speed at 100 speed. Like the current meta game is not that fast with 100 speed. You're most of the time faster than the opponent.
Yep. Very nice. So I think the idea of Lars, Lars would put spikes or like hazard support, and then regen mons, and this nuke. That's how you go, you know.
Okay, already a whole team strategy. Okay, that's something to be expecting from of course Pokemon genius FranCTrode.
I'm a watcher.
Okay, so yeah, next pick is going on, and yeah, we already see like yeah, we can actually go right into it. I think we don't have to do predictions every time. We can do it later on, start later on again when the team is a bit more falling, because obviously now we have the big nuke. Now anything can happen. Like it depends on what the priority is next. And to leak the next pick to you, it's actually a Azumarill for 14 points.
Oh, very nice, covering, you know, the water weakness and attacking from the physical side instead of the special. So the Lars's opponents will be very worried to what kind of defensive mons they have to bring, right? It's not that easily endured. These two mons attacking together.
That's true. Like everyone who knows, like who followed a lot of last leagues, knows that he lost his water fairy types, and this gen there's only one of them in Azumarill. So I think it was only a matter of time before he picked it, because Tapu Fini and Primarina are not there anymore. So it had to happen here most likely.
Oh yeah,
and
second
actually,
pick too.
Yeah,
he went right at it and took it, huh?
Yeah, and it's a great counter. Basically, it takes away counter for the opponent potentially for Chio, because Azumarill is one of the few mons which resists the dual stab.
Does it get any special move this generation that could be experimented of, or that's secret?
I think one move Azumarill gets this gen. I'm not 100% sure. Let me actually check. Let me fact check that real quick. I think that Azumarill is one of the mons which got Trail Brace this gen.
It is.
So it's a it is. Okay, awesome.
It's Trailblaze.
Yeah. So it's one of the gives a little bit of grass coverage for potentially 4 times weak mons, and a potential speed boost, which a lot of opponents won't be expecting from Azumarill, because usually known for its
dangerous.
Yeah.
Very
excited how that can play out. But okay, we already have the fire type, we have the water and fairy, so a lot of these standard types you want to see are getting drafted. And yeah, knowing how Lars wants to go usually, I think he's going for a Dragon or a Steel next, because I think the Fairy Dragon Steel Core is what he finishes usually first. But the question is, what will he go for first here? What could we see here? What do we think? I mean, of course, we don't know what the other coaches drafted at this moment, so what's gone already. So we have very little information to go on. We only have this document in front of us right here we are looking at here. So, but yeah, 50-50 guess. What's gonna be, Steel or Dragon type?
Steel or Dragon type? Having this team you got here, I think if you pick a dragon, it would be like a flying dragon. But having Dragonite so early, I don't think it would be, because this generation is really good. So having Dragonite, I think it has been picked already, or Dragon Ball. So if you could pick one, I'm probably gonna pick the Steel first, because I think the Steels are a little bit easier to get than the strongest dragons. So I'd say something like Goldengo maybe.
Goldengo and Steel. Okay, would be for sure an awesome Steel type to get here. Question is, like I already said, like the great mons are already gone here. Like the first 2 rounds, all the top tier mons are most likely gone, as most likely for Dragon Ball, Dragonite. Goldengo might be in that category as well, but let's just look into it, what he got next, and at least in one regard, right? He got his Steel type, but Goldengo sadly it seems was gone, because the Steel type he got was Scizor.
Scizor, okay. You know, obviously. You know, great mon since the beginning of that it appeared. Basically, even the second generation was pretty good. But nowadays, still super strong. Strong priority, strong U-turns, strong bulk. What can you use? L Scizor had to choose L Scizor.
Yeah, of course. That was pretty much had to happen.
It's not only the strength of these mons that come from this mod itself, but the motivational factor for the rest of the players, having a second captain, right?
Yeah, someone has to take the reign on the field itself. It cannot be all on the coach.
What is the plan with this? What do you think he would be going for?
I think, like, first of all, of course, it's a good Steel type. Scizor's in a weird spot because it got buffed by getting close combat, but then nerfed as well by losing Roost. So more defensive sets are less likely, but definitely more offensive options for Scizor there to hit Steel types and stuff like that. And yeah, it's of course, strong U-turn, slow momentum is definitely what you want with a mon like GU, which you just want to basically get as often in as possible to just kill stuff. but you don't want to hard switch in, so you get some slow momentum mons, as Scizor is potentially there.
Synergizes well with the 2 previous picks with that fire weakness as well. Very nice.
True. But yeah, like I already mentioned, like he's missing like all the monsters certainly are still grounded for sure. And Chiyu does have the ground weakness as well, so a Dragon Flying type might be what he wants to get next here. But we will see. Maybe, like I said, if all the maybe he has already a Dragon in mind, which he will pick on later on. But yeah, with Scizor Azumarill already strong, just a revenge kill potential with these strong priority moves. So yeah, if something is chipped enough, then yeah, these two can just clean up potentially the game. But okay, let's look at the next pick for us, and it's gonna be Clodsire actually. Okay, did not see that coming.
Me neither. So I think he's probably gonna try to pick the ground weakness in the next 2 picks.
Yeah, because that's another ground weakness.
It's getting a little scary. Yeah. But you know, Clodsire just, I think it's even better in League than it can be in just regular competitive mods. You know, having something around that can just stop with unaware any sort of setup, especially on the special side, is just fantastic. Sends up Robustic spikes, I think.
Yeah, spikes, toxic spikes, and Stealth Rock actually. All the others.
Normal Pokemons can learn toxic nowadays.
Yeah, true.
So it's just utility galore, immunities, right? With the ground type. Always good to have a ground type.
Yeah, potentially with Water Absorb, even the water immunity.
Mm-hmm. So very nice different defensive options he's got there. I like it. Just it needs to fix that ground weakness. It's kind of making me a little worried, you know. Yeah. So, just stressing me out. Let's hope the attitude of Clodsire is good enough with the rest of the competitor. I've been hearing he's been drinking some nights. But let's hope he can have the good attitude and provide for the team. He's just
let's hope he can Pokemon. Like I say, he is rather cheap due to his recent behavior in other leagues. But let's see if Coach Lars can make him get his act together for the PBA here, so he can finally perform on the level everyone was expecting him when he first started on the scene. But another great special wall potentially for Chiyu, now gone. So basically, is he just picking all the stuff which Chiyu potential checks for Chiyu, so he can run rampant with that? We will find out. But yeah, ground weakness for sure. Now it's definitely a problem. Everything is grounded. 2 ground weak mons, nothing there. Something has to happen for sure there. Let's see what it does with the next pick if something happens there. Oh, and there we go. The Dragon Flying type. There it is.
The dragon that Lars usually promises with that flying type. I'm imagining Dragonite was picked already. If not, there was also Salamence that could be picked, or Hydreigon, which levitates, but it's not a flying type, so you never know with these things. Very good though, Noivern, fast. Actually, not that many people knows it, but it has some pretty great utility moves. Although Roost has been nerfed this generation, let's see if with Scizor ends up happening pretty much the same. It ends up going the most offensive route instead of just fast support.
Yeah, like I said, it's like I already said, it's a good defog as well. So far, Scizor was the only hazard remover there with defog. Gets like I said, great utility moves and taunt and super fang potentially. Of course, utility sets are a bit more difficult with less roosts available. Noivern doesn't have the greatest bulk available to itself. But finally ground immunity. Thankfully Coach Lars thinks about that as well. And brought someone on the team who can like sponge these ground moves.
Yeah, and the ice type is more than covered with the first 3 picks. Very good.
Yeah, that should not be a problem at all for that. But very fast mon as you mentioned. Fastest mon. Before the fast mon was Chiyu. We had some good priority, but definitely want some speed on the team as well. So Noivern works out there. But that's finally the dragon. Like I said, I was a bit surprised with Clodsire at the beginning. I thought for sure the dragon was coming there. But seems for some reason Clodsire was more important to him. Maybe a lot of the ground types were already taken at this round. It might have been the case. But let's look at.
He was thinking that another trainer would have picked Clodsire in the next few picks if he didn't pick it right now.
Yeah,
instead of Noivern.
That's true. Like we can actually look at, since he had 3rd pick, he had a pseudo wheel kind of. Like he had 1 pick, then he has to wait a long time, then 1 pick, then after 2 picks he can go again. So he has kind of a wheel. So he got Chiyu, had to wait a long time, then Azumarill Scizor, had to wait a long time, Clodsire Noivern. Now he has to wait a long time again. So let's see what the next start
to seeing cheaper picks right now, right? To get these players to kind of fix all the things that this team of professionals is missing right now. Let's see.
Yeah. By the way, I forgot to mention as well. In the draft, you have to draft at least 9 months, but you can draft up to 12. So
okay.
So it depends on how you budget your things, like what you want to do with your points. And yeah, it seems like he's very conservative with his points. Like if you think about like if you only draft 9 months and you go with 120 points, like I think around 14 points you can spend on average per month.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's already going a lot of the under average months here. So yeah, maybe that comes in later. Then you can draft something good at the end with still a lot of points left. But yeah, let's go for the next pick. Let's see what he got. And next up, Arboliva.
Let's go, dude. I'm an Arboliva fan. Arboliva fan, 100%. I love this mon, and it's being slept under. Massive bulk, ability to set up terrain pretty decently. It gets grassy terrain, that is, and it gets the classic harvest sub lead sheet. Hated strat, but effective. The other thing is that it's not too fast.
Yeah,
I really like Arboliva, to be honest. I've enjoyed using it this generation so much.
Yeah, it's a great grass type. I think at 8 points it's definitely very cheap. It might be because it's one of the newer months. People don't see it too often on the like standard OU usual ladder. That's maybe a bit underestimated, but it seems Coach Lars has definitely some potential in that mon, getting an 8-point mon already in round 6, it seems. But yeah.
Slow, but defenses are good, and let's not forget it has 125 base special attack.
That's insane, and some great coverage as well. Very flexible there with Earth Power, Dazzling Gleam, the grass moves, Hyper Voice, Hyper Beam.
Hyper Beam even, so get ready, opponents.
And yeah, Grassy Terrain helps once again with the kind of ground weakness we already talked about. So now with Neuwern and Arboliva, I think the ground weakness, we have that covered now. I don't think we have to be scared anymore.
Very true.
Okay, now we actually have with the grass type and the Firewater Grass core combined as well. So 2 of the main cores you want to see in the team are already complete here. So maybe we can make some predictions here. What types are still missing? If you look at the draft.
Still, the classic that's missing in League from what I've watched is mostly Fast Electrics.
Right? Fast Electric is missing.
You do have priority already in 2 months, so I think you're pretty good with that. Your defoggers seem to be pretty good, but maybe have something different than defog, like spin.
Yeah, maybe a spinner, that might be nice.
And then probably a super bulky, like pure defensive one. That's what I would go for.
Yeah, we have the special bull cover basically with Clodsire, maybe some like physically defensive, which can take all the physical hits. Okay, let's see what we can get here. We're missing, like I said, Fast Electric, Spinner, Physical Bulk. Let's see if maybe some of these stuff Coach Lars can fix with the next pick, which is gonna be Avalok. There we go already.
Look at that.
Physical Bulk, Rapid Spin.
Wow, I'm like, it feels like I even know this guy. God damn. Well, very cheap, and it does the job that it has to do. Not more, not less.
Yeah, I think
perfect.
Yeah, Avalok is, like I said, it's very cheap at 5 points. It gets Rapid Spin, decent coverage, has good attack set as well. Physical moves basically don't hurt it at all. The typing is of course a bit awkward since Ice is not a very good defensive typing. But I love the fact that for only 5 points, you can basically get a check for some of the top tier mons you can have, be it Chinpao, be it Roaring Moon. Both mons easily checked by Avalok, and like I said, both of these are probably around the 20-point average as well to get, or higher even. And having a 5-point mon stop them is just very nice budgeting.
5 points for, even if it's nerf recover, pretty good. 5 points for spin and 5 points for insanely powerful body presses. It's not bad.
Nice. Okay, that was the next wheel. So, okay, one thing I already mentioned is the Fast Electric is still missing. We still have a lot of picks to go. He seems to have a lot of points as well, still left. So, but honestly, it probably depends on what electric types are still left here for him to pick from. Because yeah, we are getting deep in the draft, and the longer you wait, the more of the good picks are gone. So yeah, we'll see.
I would say a Fast Electric type could be Electrode. No one picks it.
Electrode, okay. I mean, of course, if someone would know how to use Electrode and what it can do, then it had to be you.
It's fast and it's electric. Just saying.
Yeah, it's the fastest fast electric type there is. So ergo, it's the best fast electric type you can get.
Indeed.
Okay, let's see. What does Coach Lars pick next? And it seems to be Screamtail.
Oh, one of the new mods.
Ooh, yeah, that's a bulky boy and a fast boy for sure. 111 and that bulk. That's a weird, usually weird combination. You usually are not that fast with that much bulk.
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna have any offensive presence, so you know, it's gonna be very careful of how to use it. But if you get setup moves, I'm obviously not too familiar with these fonts. But setup could be pretty dangerous if it gets like Calm Mind.
I think it does
get Calm Mind.
I think it does get bulk up as well on the physical side.
So it could be an unexpected threat for most matches. But it sets up rocks as well. I've seen that, and it has a bunch as well of support moves and coverage moves, either special and physical side. So it could do pretty much more than you would think.
Yeah, I think it's
a little passive offensively, but the rest of things is just very nice. And with decent typing, another fairy type is always great, and adds the psychic type for the team. Not bad.
Yeah. I think especially another rocker is nice, because so far Klotz, I think, is the only rocker. Yeah, it's the only rocker on the squad so far. So having something else there definitely helps a lot. And yeah, like I said, it doesn't have a lot of offensive presence, but good coverage. So I think especially in a counter team format, you can like give it the exact coverage to like at least get like the few mons which could get out of hand if you don't have enough pressure to make sure they don't get out of hand. Like be it Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Fire Blast, like all the coverage you basically can need on a mon. And yeah, fast Encore, of course, to stop all the annoying defensive mons as well. Wishes are pretty big from this thing, and Wish is actually one of the few recovery moves which did not get nerfed. So you still have all the PP on Wish. So still a good recovery move to go for.
You can do things with that. Very true. It gets extra recovery to Avalok. That's it's kind of hard to get recovers with this one. Also for Arvoliva that doesn't have like recovery apart from Harvest. Or even Chiyu that has to take rocks, so passing wishes on those is very dangerous. Same goes for Scizor, actually. And Neubert, now that I think about it. Very nice.
Yeah, Screamtail, definitely does a lot. I didn't expect him to pick that, because usually I think he doesn't... Like, it's a gimmicky mon, because it's not easy to... I think it's easily overlooked in what it can do and how well it can do it. Let's see if Coach Lars actually can perform with it as well as he thinks he will do. But yeah.
New mons, everything is ready to be tried, man. Everything is ready to be tried.
Yeah. So, new mons. Let's see what the next new pick is we see right here. And is it another shenanigan pick, or is it something else? It's Murkrow for 2 points.
Oh my god.
Oh, he has a lot. He's going very cheap and very gimmicky now.
It's the intern of the team. He has come from the lower division from that team, from the trainer school, from Borussia Donphan. And he's ready to give it all. What is he trying to give to the team? What do you think he can give us this season?
Yeah, it's a prankster mon. It gets prankster taunt, prankster thunderwave, prankster mean look plus perish song, U-turn of course. Maybe
all the shenanigans are here.
All the shenanigans, even like weather stuff. He can do rain dance, sunny day, maybe for Chiyu. Set up that. Yeah, it's definitely a very gimmicky mon. I think it's for 2 points, definitely very cheap. I mean, that's what you get if you raise your own talent. You don't have to spend as much money on getting these players. So
this one has learned at the beginning of the streets of the city, right? That's what I've been hearing. He's been learning the tricks. He's been learning the shenanigans, and I think he's ready to, with his street skills, he's gonna surprise a lot of the players who have probably never even faced this mon in League, to be honest, because I don't think I've ever seen it around. Yeah, it's still, like I said, it's still very young. It's still not fully evolved, you would say. So, but yeah, let's see what it can already do in its young form here for the team. But yeah, definitely with like Avalok and Murkrow, very very cheap picks here. So he still has a lot of points left here. Like I said, fast electric still missing. Like that's kind of very concerning. True. Something has to happen there. It's been confirmed that Miradion is not allowed to play in that league. He's been in serious accusations, so the league has decided to not count with that player, so it can't be drafted. We'll see what is the fast electric type for this generation. Or it could be a fast Terra type with electric. That'd be pretty sick. Oh, okay. Going that direction. Okay. I can see that. With Terra, of course, typings don't matter as much anymore, because anything can be any type.
So you miss whatever type you're missing, you just give that Terra type to someone, and there you go. You have that type set. Maybe Neuwirth is already the fast electric type.
Maybe true.
Okay, let's see what we got next on the table. Next up for the Borussia Donphan, we see Masquerain for only 4 points.
That. Another one of these players that comes from a very foreign country. No one's been hearing or seeing this player too much around in the last years, in the last decades even. We'll see what he can do. It provides a lot of support. That's true.
Yeah, it's actually one of the...
usually see this mon. Usually they think, what is this gonna do? They don't even know what to do. They have to actually experiment and see. And gives the team to actually provide sticky web, if I'm not wrong, and intimidate at the same time. Pretty interesting.
Yeah. With how the lineup of players for this season of the draft, you see that there's only 3 players who know the exotic strategy of sticky web. So I think the other 2 are Spidops and Cricketune. Mm-hmm. So I think with Masquerain, it's actually one of if you want to have sticky web on your team, if you want to have a player on the field who can make the field sticky, I think Masquerain is probably the best one to go for out of those 3.
We don't really know what he does on the field, but he does it well. That is for sure.
Okay, a maximum of 2 more picks to go. Like I said,
how much points are remaining approximately at this point of the draft? It's just they're very cheap picks, so you still have to pick the big.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like if you have many points left in this stage of the draft, you most likely already know which one you want because no one else can afford it at this point. Mm-hmm. You probably can wait for it in the last pick. I think that's the strategy Coach Lars is going for. You have all these cheap picks going early, then he's the only one left with a high budget at the end, so he can wait for that forever. No one can snipe him in that regard.
Exactly.
So probably another cheap pick here, and then probably see the high pick in the last pick there. Okay, let's see what we get next. Next up, we do indeed see another young talent out of the own, still not fully evolved, out of the Sports University of Borussia Donphan, Dragonair.
Interesting. Pretty nice, incredible bulk with pretty much all mods of a violet, with great typing, potential hidden sweep capabilities, although I wouldn't count on it too much, but it's there. And I don't think it gets any special new moves this generation. I'm excited to see what he will do with this, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what the new technology allowed to the players did to Dragonite, putting it from all the way down to all the way up. This is maybe a similar goal for the little sister Dragonair.
Learning from his older brother in other teams. He wanted to join the same sport and follow the steps of his brother. Let's see if it can deliver.
We'll see.
As it's expected from him.
Okay, now we got to the last pick, and we talked about this a bunch already. Where is the fast electric type? Coach Lars, what are you thinking? You have a lot of points left already. What is your fast electric type? Do we have a prediction, Frank? If you have still a lot of points left, you can choose a strong electric type most likely. It's a high tier fast electric type. Which one could be left at this point?
Strong could be fast electric. I was thinking of something like Rotom. It's usually pretty good. Rotom like Wash, right? Or actually could be others, but I don't feel like Rotom is a pick that would take so many points. So I'm actually curious to see what it can be.
Okay, we have some other types that are missing as well. I think we're still missing. Look at that. We're missing a rock type.
True.
We are. What are the electric rock types? Oh yeah, there's Iron Thorns. It's not necessarily fast. We are missing a fighting type.
Terra Captain in common.
Yeah, we are missing. I think I'm missing a ghost type as well. So yeah, Rotom Ghost, but yeah, like I said, that's not that expensive usually. Let's see what the last pick is. Let's see what we got. Last pick of the Borussia Donphan of this first season of the PBA in Generation 9 is Parmod for 16 points.
The revival genius. It's here.
Nice.
Goodness. Fighting type. You didn't have a fighting type, true?
Yeah.
Fighting type and electric. 2 of the types that were missing. Nice speed. And the secret ability that very few players could do. To revive other players that have failed in the same match. Truly incredible.
Yeah, if
the capability is here. You it has the ability to make one of the biggest threats, for example, Chiyu or Azure Barrel, to come back and just keep the string when the offensive walls have been defeated already. Very dangerous. If the opponents don't play this correctly, they could be in deep trouble.
Yeah, just giving a second chance to any of these big threat mons can be neck breaking. Be it they had to exchange it for their checks because Coach Lars was able to play them a bit more aggressively due to having Rival Blessing, or maybe you lose something to Hex, and then you just need a second chance to get that mon back, and boom, you have your check back, and yeah, you can go from there. Power Mod, very, very, very nice secret check there, and yeah, like we mentioned, it is fast, it has electric moves, it has strong electric moves as well, it has good coverage overall, all the elemental punches, with Iron Fist as well, Mark Punch boosted with Iron Fist. This little guy does not only know how to revive his teammates, he knows how to punch as well.
Very true, yeah, the base, it has 115 base attack is not bad, you can boost pretty easily with items. The ability to revive, incredible. 3 good abilities, you can get like an electric immunity with this Bolt Absorb. You have natural cure, you never know. Maybe with some sort of set they want to try to use this one for later.
Rest and then switch out again.
Yep. And then obviously Iron Fist for the extra punch if needed, depending on the match and prep. Very interesting. More deep than I was thinking, this Pokemon. Obviously, these are all new players, so there's gonna be a lot of surprises this new season in League.
Okay, now with the whole team in front of us, of course, the one thing is still missing. What are gonna be the Terra mons? We already know we have 25 points left. 35 points. So, of course, the strongest Terra pick would probably be Chiyu. Like, having Terra on that is just insane. But of course, the problem with Chiyu is then you would have to pick, Coach Lars had to pick Murkrow or Dragonair as secondary Terra options, which...
I kind of see it though.
Not that strong.
Chiyu plus Dragonair to kind of, what we said before, not trying to emulate Dragonites, but in a smaller case. That would be a risky tactic though, but...
Yeah, maybe.
I think other mons that could use it well probably is the fast mons, right? That can be offensively dangerous or setup mons. Either like Pawbot or Scizor, you know, as a potential setup. Maybe Noivern even.
I mean, Scizor plus Noivern could work with 25 points as well. Or Zoomer and Noivern, for example.
Or even Screamed, who knows?
Yeah, Noivern is actually a fun Terramon to use, because if you suddenly can give it Stab, Boom Burst, boosted.
And a surprise resistance to ice, making it a fire type, boosting the fire move. While getting hit by a resisted now ice type. Very interesting.
Yeah, that regard, Scizor similar as well. You can either boost the already strong Bullet Punch even further by making it Terra Steel, or change it to Terra Fire, Terra Water to suddenly make the 4 times effective move not very effective.
I like the idea of Scizor Noivern, to be honest.
Yeah, I think there's not like the defensive mons. I mean, you could do like maybe Clodsire with Grass as a defensive option or something like that. But I'm not sure. I think using Terra offensively is usually the better way to go.
I think it's the way to win, even.
Yeah.
Not even kidding.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see what he decides. We already have a few options laid out, and let's see what Coach Lars decided for. And we see he actually did go for Chiyu plus Dragonair. Chiyu with Fire and Dark, and Dragonair with Dragon and Normal. Okay, yeah, Dragonair definitely is trying to follow in the footsteps without having feet actually from of his bigger brother.
You know, Fire, Stab, Overheat coming from Chiyu with its ability is just unstoppable. You need to have an ability that gives immunity, but then you're at risk of switching to the Dark one. Very scary. Even if it's predictable, it's just not stoppable sometimes, and that's what makes it incredible. And Dragonair, pretty much what we've been talking about, right?
Yeah.
Following what Dragonite does with the normal type extreme speed, could have some potential there to especially clean up matches. I think it will be more easily to do. No, you wall break with the rest of mons, and then having cheap, easily set up extreme speeds is the way to probably clean up some games.
Yeah, like I said, Dragonair most likely for that reason did join the team, so he could be combined together with Chiyu. But yeah,
that's fantastic. I like it. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Coach Lars can do with this squad. It's going to be an exciting time. Definitely look at all the other teams because I think they're going to be quite basically similar exciting because just a lot of new mons, a lot of new mons which are strong are on the scene, a lot of new faces, and yeah, it's going to be up to the coaches to utilize them the best way. But yeah, that's all for PBA TV today. Maybe we see each other again for the first week of matches. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy it. Of course, likes are very much appreciated for our channel. we are our salary is we paid in likes and comments. So if you want to see us again on the commentating on stuff which happens in PBA,
Gio took all the money.
Yeah, Gio is like look at this. This is expensive. All our like we can't afford more. I'm not like you see my background is like I'm in a hut in the forest right now because I can't afford a home. But okay, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That's all for this video. If you did, like I said, please support us. I want to go back home. It's cold out there. I need a roof over my head. Likes and comments, guys. Likes and comments.
That's right.
But yeah, thanks.
See you guys.
Thanks, Frank. I know. Thanks for joining me here. I know you have a very busy schedule. A lot of people are asking you to join, so very happy that you are willing to help us out here. But yeah, that's all from us. I will see you another time. Ciao.
Have a good one.